All right guys, I eat a lot of lamb chops and today I'm gonna show you my absolute new favorite way to prepare them. This is my recipe for honey jerk lamb chops. Meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. First things first, we need to prep our lamb chops. And I know that these things are pretty expensive at the store. The way to save a little bit of money is to buy a full rack. They're a little bit cheaper per pound than if you get the pre-portioned stuff when the butcher does all the work for you. So all you wanna do for this is take your knife and just find the separation between the two bones and joints and just slice right down. Then you got a lamb chop. Repeat that process for the entire rack and you saved yourself a couple bucks. Now that the lamb chops are prepped, it's time to work on the marinade. We're going in with about a half cup or a quarter cup of brown sugar, depending on how spicy you want this to be. Obviously, we're adding a little honey too. So somewhere between a half cup and a quarter cup, depending on your spice tolerance. It's about a quarter cup. We'll add more if we need it. Once we have the brown sugar in the bowl, we're going in with the juice of 1 lime. If it's not a particularly juicy lime, you could add 2, but let's see what this one's got for us. After the lime, we're going in with about a quarter cup of low sodium soy sauce. Followed by a tablespoon each of garlic and ginger. Next up, I'm going in with a tablespoon and a half of jerk marinade and a tablespoon of green seasoning. Next, we're gonna add some jerk seasoning, a little bit of ground allspice, which is like a pimento berry, very common in Caribbean cuisine. I'm gonna add some authentic flavor. I'm also gonna add a little bit of my AP seasoning. The sauce is gonna have the honey in it, so this should be a good balance with the brown sugar to make sure it's like a nice sweet, little sweet heat flavor profile is what we're going for here. So now that we have the marinade prepared and our lamb chops are portioned out, we're gonna go ahead and clean off the lamb chops if you want. Make sure there's no bone fragments or anything like that. Hit them with a little lime juice if you wanna clean them up, and then we're gonna get them in that marinade. All right, so while those lamb chops are marinating, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our honey jerk sauce here. So we got 2 tablespoons of butter that's melted. We're going in with a quarter cup of brown sugar, followed by a quarter cup of low sodium soy sauce. To give that a good mix. And then I'm going in with a tablespoon of that jerk paste. Teaspoon each of garlic and ginger paste. Similar ingredients to what's in the marinade with the addition of honey, and it's gonna be a little bit more of like a glaze-like consistency. Half of a lime. Let's give all that a good mix. And then we'll add a quarter cup of honey and let this reduce so it thickens up and kind of caramelizes a bit. Also like to add just a pinch of cinnamon. Really comes through nicely in the sauce. Smells amazing. If you want to add a little additional heat, you can add some scotch bonnet pepper to this, or just some red pepper flakes as well, or go a little bit heavier on the jerk marinade. So ideally you want the lamb chops to marinate at least 30 minutes, preferably about 2 or 3 hours, even overnight if you have the time. We're gonna heat our skillet over medium-high heat at a high smoke point oil, like avocado oil. I like that because it's got a high smoke point and it's mild in flavor. It's also good for you. So it's my favorite to use when we're searing. So we're gonna go ahead and add about a tablespoon of that, enough to coat the bottom of the pan. And once it heats up, we're gonna add in our lamb chops. All right, so once our skillet is nice and hot, we're gonna knock off the excess marinade. Press those lamb chops down so they make good surface area contact with the skillet. These are kind of thin, so really probably about a minute or 2 per side should do the trick. And then we'll flip them over. Get them on a wire rack, hit them with that sauce, and then get them under the broiler to finish. So now that we have the lamb chops seared to perfection, we're gonna hit them with some of that sauce that we made, put them under the broiler for about 3 or 4 minutes to finish up. They'll be perfect. We're gonna plate them up with the rest of the sauce. And this is the part where I say, brace yourself for a trademark money shot. Say it with me, guys, looking good. The only thing left to do is dig in for the taste test, but before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications as well. All right, guys, this recipe is perfect for your weeknight dinner, for your holiday party. You can serve it as an appetizer or an entree. You really can't go wrong. Perfect little Christmas party snack. I'm gonna start running my mouth. If you're new to lamb, this is perfect because that sauce really makes it palatable for you if you're not used to the flavor of lamb. If you love the flavor of lamb, you still love these because these are delicious. Give them a try. And let's make it happen. Hello? What just... I gotta stop saying all right every time I start some shit off.